Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Nicole, one of your campus missionaries.
And I'm Judel, the digital media missionary.
Judel, you're like shorter than me. This is an interesting experience when I'm usually the shortest. But anyways, today we want to talk about the spiritual commitments we make for Regen. So as missionaries, we are all required to do a holy hour every day, to go to daily mass, to frequent the sacrament of confession, and to have a spiritual director. And yeah, Judel, what have been the fruits of these spiritual commitments for you?
The big fruits is, honestly, someone that's very open about where I am when it comes to my own relationship with Christ. It's very hard for me. I never really had a proper foundation when it comes to prayer life, to go to mass every day, to have a holy hour every day, let alone pray for like 5 minutes. So having this kind of commitment is a very interesting exercise on what more I can do, and especially much more about the mercy and grace God gives me when I fail to do it. It's not like an excuse for me, like, I haven't made it, this is bad, I wallow in my despair or I get too lazy. But I have a huge community of brothers and sisters who are trying to keep me up, who want to see the best out of me in order for me to improve my relationship with Christ and set that solid foundation in the first place.
And then for me, like as an introvert, being a campus missionary can sometimes be difficult in that there's a lot of people time required, right? Like there are days when I go from meeting to meeting with barely a breath in between them. And what I found is really surrendering my ministry through prayer. God provides like the energy. I'm always pleasantly surprised at how I'm able to go from meeting to meeting and not really feel the exhaustion until the end of the day. It's just this really good reminder that He's the one in control. Judel, what have been the challenges for you of doing this?
Yeah, the challenges is definitely because I don't have that foundation. It's really hard to pick myself up. Like, I don't have the habit of saying, oh, it's this time, I'm gonna pray. Oh, I have to wake up early to reach out for morning mass. Because I'm a guy who likes to sleep in a lot. Like, shout outs to those who sleep at 1 a.m., let's go. But don't do that, honestly, don't. Learn from me. So, yeah, it's very hard when you wake up and you miss mass. You're like, what can I do? Do I have to pick myself up and to do that? Yeah, just making sure to set the time and discipline myself in having that prayer that's so important to our mission. It's very much a struggle, especially for anyone who doesn't have that in the first place.
Mm-hmm. And for me, I relate. Like, I mean, I don't sleep at 1 o'clock. I feel like I'm too old to be doing that and then go to work the next day. Like, it's just not good for me. But it is still a struggle to wake up for morning mass, right? Like, there are days when, as a campus missionary, your day goes on for a long time. You'll end at like 7:30, 8 or 9 at night. And, you know, you have to be up or I have to be up at like 6:30 to be able to go to mass and do my holy hour. So when I'm sleeping a little bit later than what I'd like, the temptation is to just be like, oh, I could just watch a virtual mass. I could just like, you know, not go to mass today and I'll just go tomorrow. But I know, and I've seen in my life again and again, just the fruits of being faithful to the commitments that I've been asked to do. And that's kind of what I hold on to when those days come when I'm just like, I don't want to do this.
And for anyone who's gonna be maybe digital media, that my schedule and maybe your schedule in the future will be very erratic. Like some days it will be very hard for you to have a set schedule in the first place. And so having that flexibility, but also the discipline to make sure you give the time despite not having a proper schedule is very important, but also incredibly hard.
But I think this is like the challenge, right, of being missionaries. We have to stay faithful to the prayer commitments that we're asked to make because our ministries, our missions are not ours, but they're of God's. We are merely God's instruments, and to root ourselves in prayer is our reminder to stay humble and to keep our foundation in Him. I hope this helps anyone who's discerning being a missionary with us. Please like this video, share and subscribe. Comment down below if you have any other questions about our spiritual commitments, and know that we'll be praying for you as you discern. Bye.
Take care.